Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Reselling Raiders. We made it. We took a Labor Day off, but we're back and we're loaded. This is going to be a great show. I'm going to have a ton of bolos. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. I'm sure we sold a lot of stuff since we took the week off. But
Yes.
we really appreciate everybody joining the chat. So make sure you get in the chat. We're happy to answer any questions that you have. And as always, we love our podcast people. Want to shout out our top 5 most downloaded cities: Marrero, Louisiana. I'm going to be honest, I don't know exactly where that is. Dallas, Texas, Fishers, Illinois,
Oh,
Chicago, Illinois, and Phoenix, Arizona. Really appreciate you
Boom.
guys. Yeah, those are our
Illinois
top.
coming in hot, dude.
They are coming in
Hot.
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 So really appreciate that. And as always, get in the chat and sign up for a membership if you want a chance to be in the giveaway each week. So we always keep the episodes that we just filmed. I keep at least 2 episodes ad free at all times. So the most recent episodes on YouTube should be ad free. But you know us, we still have a sponsor around here. Who do we have this week?
Who did we have this week, you ask? Well, today's episode of Reselling Raiders is fueled by the ultimate treasure of the South. Now, you know I just went to North Carolina. Aunt Ruby's boiled peanuts. Forget gold, forget lost relics, and definitely forget that cursed tiki idol, because nothing hits harder than cracking open a can of warm, salty, peanutty goodness. Imagine this. You're knee deep in someone's dusty garage, dodging cobwebs, balancing on a teetering stack of Beanie Babies from '97. And what do you need to keep your energy up? That's right, Aunt Ruby's. They're the crunchy yet soft jewels of the snacking world. So whether you're listing, shipping, or haggling, with a flea market wizard who thinks his VHS copy of Top Gun is worth $500, grab a can of Aunt Ruby's boiled peanuts. Because true Raiders know fortune and glory are great, but salty snacks are forever. Now, back to the show where we dig through garages like archaeologists with a Venmo account.
Ruby's nuts.
Yeah.
Aunt Ruby's boiled
Yeah, dude.
peanuts.
Dude, everybody needs an auntie like that.
Oh,
I
Aunt Ruby's go with
honestly,
the nuts.
I've never had Aunt Ruby's nuts. Have you?
Yeah. Dude, 100%,
Yeah.
dude. Wow. Yeah,
Unless she
she sends
becomes
me
a
them all the time.
yeah.
I haven't had them physically, but she sends me a lot of photos.
Photos of Aunt Ruby's nuts.
Yeah.
Boiled
In
nuts.
pics.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, 100%. We like to, in my part of the South, we like to call them knuckles, but
Knuckles.
Do they sell them in sheets?
yes. Yes. We're taking a hard left turn.
Yeah. All right. So this week we definitely got some great things to get to. Rob brought up some great points. The season is changing, so we definitely want to talk about getting prepared for the season changing. Also, our last podcast, I didn't get to some of the great eBay updates. Some of them are really awesome. So we want to try to get to those this week as well, and definitely want to talk about getting prepared. So the first thing I thought about when Rob brought getting prepared up was I have like 2 humongous totes of beanies that I basically saved all summer long, and it's going to be like uh, I'm going to wash them all, clean them all, and I'm going to list all the beanies that I'm going to have basically for the season. I'm going to list them probably in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be down next week, but I'm definitely going to get them listed in September so I can get those taken care of. And it's just something that I don't, they will sell in the summer, but they don't sell very quickly and they just kind of clog up the store. And so that's just one item that I hold on to and then get ready. And I know you said, Coach, you gotta get ready you kind of collect for a different season.
Well, I mean, kind of along the same lines. I mean, I will prepare in advance of the season. I mean, it switches, golf switches from, short sleeve stuff. I mean, people are already asking for long sleeve stuff. And then next thing you know, You're going to want the quarter zips, the pullovers, the hoodies, all that stuff. So you got to get that. I collect it throughout the summer, but I won't sell it like a lot of other sellers will. You know, I save it up for that big show and jump off for the season.
Yeah, because golf definitely has like a down period, and it's definitely kind of a lull in the winter. So you kind of got to have that. If you don't have enough of that merchandise, you're not going to sell many shorts, I guess. Do you have
No,
like a
I think
whole?
I
good
never,
thing about-
I never think about that being in Florida because it's always so damn
Yeah.
hot here.
That's
No,
the thing about the reach you have with whatnot is for golf. Like if I was just banging around my neighborhood trying to sell stuff here, I would have a very large downsize. But the reach that we have to warmer climates is what keeps you going through the entire, what would have been an off season. Now, what I would probably do and what I did last year was I went to every other week rather than every week. And then you're going to get, if you go, for me, when I go every other week during the off season per se, I get the same outcome I do if I was going every week. It would be half. If I did every week, it would be half.
Yeah, exactly. So you're still doing the same numbers, just every other week.
Yeah, monthly or quarterly, it's the same amount, but I could do it in half the time.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Is there anything else that you kind of save up stuff for to have like a special show?
Sorry if I dropped for a second.
Sorry, he
switching
fell
over.
asleep. Sorry, his iron is low. He fell asleep.
You were talking about another show that you save up for too.
Yeah. So you have in the golf world, you have special things like the Masters, and I kind of collect that up all year long. Because that stuff is very hard to get hold of, and it's very expensive if you try to do it all in a mad rush.
Right.
A lot of people you'll see will try to grab stuff prior to April, around the turn of the year. But if you just take your time and grab a piece here, grab a piece there along the way, before you know it, you got a whole tote sitting downstairs waiting for the Masters to come about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same
That's
thing.
definitely-
You can pinpoint, the majors, all of the majors in golf, and this year especially, you got the Ryder Cup. You could build entire shows on whatnot around those specialties.
That's in my bolos. I see the Ryder Cup hat, but so look out for that coming up.
Hey, if you got them, get them out because the Ryder Cup is in 2 weeks.
Right. I was wondering why it sold so fast and for full price. I didn't even realize the Ryder Cup was right now. But
Yep.
That's cool.
It's going to be at Bethpage Black in New York.
Is there
the Ryder Cups that I did the other like 2 weeks ago did better than the Ryder Cups that I've had in the past. Some of them were pretty cool, but
as far as that goes, like we're at the end of the golf season for the pros. They just did the Tour Championship. So the next thing on that horizon was the Ryder Cup. You had to build up all the way to it. We're in that build up right now where they've named the teams, who's on the team and everything. Now they're going to start working toward, whatever, build up they have for it. And then like in 2 weeks, New York's going to be nuts.
And you definitely notice like a really good spike in like the sales price like the week before the Masters too. I've noticed like even on eBay, I mean, you're almost like double. I mean, stuff that I would be lucky to get a $10 or $12 offer on in October, it would sell like that for $24 or $30.
Well, I'll give you $10 for all your Master sets right now.
Right. Yeah, and you'll be able to wait on to get the return.
I'll put them in the tote with the rest, and I'll wait, and there'll be $20 bills every one of them.
Do you find the same thing happening with the football season?
I don't. I mean, to a degree, but it's not as bad or as noticeable as something like the Masters. There's definitely a little, the selling price goes down a little bit. You get a lot more lowball offers in the off season, but I not as bad.
Yeah,
Right.
I almost don't notice at all the off season for football. You know what I mean?
It,
Like maybe some stuff sells faster, but you know, in the off season for football, I still think people like wearing, you know, whether they're jerseys or hats or t-shirts or whatever it is. You know?
Yeah, everybody likes to support their team.
Yeah.
Yeah, my store is really shifting too. With the addition of the earbuds, I'm really able, in the fast turn that the earbuds have, I can get my cash out a lot faster on those. So I'm really putting the hats going kind of back. I would push price to keep my sales up, push my price down to keep the sales up. But I've really kind of come back to I'm not going to mark things down as quickly on the hats anymore. I'm really going to go more for full price on those, since I kind of can afford to, since I have another high turner in the store now, and can keep my sales where I need it to be. And overall, what the beauty of it is I'm going to be selling less things with the same sales price, basically making more per item and less work is really what I'm trying to get to, and really trying to cut out the $10 to $15 hats. What I've noticed is, if somebody really wants a hat, they will pay $15 for it, 15 plus shipping. If they're just buying a hat just to get a good price on it, and then they want $5 or $10 just on that hat. But if you wait for the person that wants that exact hat, they don't mind paying $15 and $5 shipping. But to get the velocity, you're either trying to catch the people that are trying to flip things from 10 to 30 like Rob, or you're just trying to kind of appease somebody and just buy whatever hat just because it's a good deal. No.
Yeah, I mean that Carhartt that you had is a pretty good example of that.
Yeah, that's going to be in the Bolos too. The Carhartt was crazy, and this is kind of my tip. If you guys list something and you notice 3 to 4 offers on an item, like in the first hour to 2 hours that you list something, and they're kind of low ball, mid ball offer, the offers just keep coming. Now I will just delist that item because I've been burned before. But now I just delist the item. You can take your time and go double check your research to make sure that you have the right price on that item. But now I just delist it if I can't get back to it, and I'll double check the research, because I listed a vintage Carhartt hat that was probably from the mid 80s. I put $30 on it. Basically, I got 4 offers in an hour for $15, $20, and I was like, maybe I got that one wrong. I mean, I've sold a lot of hats, but maybe I'm out of touch on this Carhartt market. So I just delisted it, and this guy was like, "What are you going to list it for?" And I came back at $100 on it because I did my research on it, and it's sold for $70. And I had lots of people, once I relisted it for $100, they're like, "Oh, that's a joke. How funny! You're so stupid." Basically, nobody's going to buy it for that. But you got to be confident in your research, and you got to know that you may be waiting a little bit for that full price, but I don't know.
And you still didn't even wait that long.
No, it was 3 days, 2 or 3 days.
I mean, in the end, it was worth it, you know?
Oh, definitely. And old me, I probably would have just taken the offer and just with 20 or $25. But I've picked up on that one cue that, and it's saved. It probably once a month, I will save myself $50 or $60 by knowing, hey, I'm getting lots of offers on this item, and the people end up burning themselves because they could have just bought it and they still would have got an awesome deal on it. And but no, they have to have that extra $5 or $10 off and to make it even a little bit better. And I got pretty lucky on it.
Yeah, I have one of my bolos that I'll show at the end. It was the exact same way, but instead of delisting it and listing it at a higher price, I delisted it and then I started and I did a 7-day auction on it at the price that I immediately got. I mean, not even within the first hour. I'm talking within the first 10 minutes, got multiple offers of this exact same amount. And I was like, it's interesting. So we literally delisted it, started the auction off at that price that everybody was offering, and you guys will see what happens. What happened at the end. I'll tell
Yeah.
you. Somebody should have just bought it for the price that I listed it for immediately because yeah,
They're
there's
sitting
somebody
back
out there
thinking that
that's
same
pissed.
thing right now. Damn
Yeah,
it.
yeah, there's somebody out there that's pissed that they sent and they weren't bad offers. They weren't bad offers. They were just, after, thousands and thousands and thousands of items that you've sold, when you get inundated with offers immediately on things that you don't know, like if you list a Game Boy Advance SP, right, you're going to get a bunch of offers, but like the research on that market is, so vast that, if you just hit decline like 3 times, you're just going to get full asking price in an hour. But, on things that are a little more difficult, I guess, to research, you got to do a little bit more work for, like the proper comp for it. Yeah, you start getting a lot of offers, that probably undervalued it by a certain amount. And if they were smart, they would just straight up buy it. But, everybody wants that little
Everybody
extra
wants a deal.
deal. Yeah.
We
That's for
want
sure.
deals too. We all want deals too.
Yeah. Yeah,
some people are just
I think
better at getting them. That's all.
yeah, I think we talked about that like a couple of weeks ago about people that are able to like basically eBay snipe and relist the same items on eBay. You know what I mean? And the one of the people that bought another one of the bolos, when I went to her store afterwards, it was all of that same, like item or whatever, or the same maker of the item. And I was like, So I'm curious in a couple of days to see if that makes it into her shop and what she lists it for.
Yeah,
Because they just have to have it saved, I guess, like that, like whatever the brand is or, the keyword is, they have to have that thing saved. And I guess when people list that, they will go check it out.
yeah. I've gotten burned a lot with my name hathouse 79, and trying to snipe things or kind of lowball people on eBay and try to get a little bit better deal. I'm convinced that they're not going to sell the hat guy a hat for a good deal, because I
Yeah.
think
Yeah. Oh, if he's
people get-
interested, it must be worth $1 million.
it must be really good, and that's why I do have an alternative whatnot account. I've never
Look,
let him.
we all know HH79 is you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
hard for me
Oh,
sometimes.
you to the moon. We know who
Yeah.
that is.
It's hard sometimes in whatnot especially when I did it more. I mean, people, if I bid on it, I swear it doubled or tripled the price on things. And
When you were under Hat House?
yeah,
Yeah.
I still
watched that happen. I was like, Jesus Christ, here we go.
Yeah. And so people love for me to come in their shows and bid on stuff. I mean, I want to charge like some sort of fee, if I'm in the show bidding
Yeah.
on stuff, then maybe 10%.
Special services.
Instead of a buyer premium, it's a seller premium.
Yeah.
Hey, I do want to say just real quick before I forget. Dude, what's up with that freaking OU Grail that Rise got the other day?
Oh man, that is amazing.
Dude, for $98?
Yeah.
I missed it by this much. That literally, when I signed in, it was sitting there, and I looked down, and it was 210, and I went, "Oh shit! I probably should have bought that."
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
the OU big logo. Yeah, and on his Instagram when he did the hat drop yesterday, I think there wasn't even a price for it. He was
Yeah.
just like, send me your offers because he knows that's easily a $400 to $500 hat. Like, I mean, it could even be a little bit more depending on, if the right guy comes along. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's in the high multi-$100s. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. Is this the only listings on Instagram? I've never really got into the whole. It seems like that's one you would want to put on eBay. I would pay
yeah,
the 12 or 13% and possibly get, like you said, $5, $6,
yeah. I
$700
mean,
for something.
yeah. I didn't even go. I haven't even went on there to see if there's even one listed.
I doubt it.
But I mean, yeah, you're gonna like he's got the wool, big logo, OU. Like that's not a hat that you see very often.
No.
I got
And
one
just from the
just recently.
photos, it looks like it's in, you know, pretty
Looks
fantastic
amazing.
shape. Yeah, it looks literally like brand new. So
I got one just
um,
recently that you're not going to find often either.
really.
This sick Tokyo Country Club hat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Put it on.
If
Took it out of the box. Put it on the head tonight. And I said, "Baby, I'm wearing this in Tokyo."
Yeah,
Don't-
just get.
don't-
Yeah, I
don't
did
embarrass
not.
yourself. She said, "Don't
I
embarrass
didn't
yourself like
touch.
that."
I didn't touch any of those as far as washing because they're so old that I didn't even want I'll say I didn't even I'm not saying I couldn't have, but
Yeah,
It's
I
not
just-
worth
it.
Those
We
are
went
the
the
into
chance of
things
those
we
being
do.
ruined. They are
Yeah, we-
old, dude.
we went into detail on just if you don't have to wash hats, then don't wash them.
Yeah.
On like
Yeah.
the podcast several ago.
Yeah,
And
like the one
I-
that Rob got has it's not they're not bad stains, but they're just they're it's not dust either, but it's not like real staining, but it has black kind of marks, I guess, that are kind of going. I don't know. It's just it looks a little bit strange. Like it would need to be. You just got to be careful when you do it.
Yeah, and I got the
Yeah.
question again this week on sourcing. Somebody messaged me and they were like, "Hey, so how do you source?" And People's Whatnot shows is really, I would recommend, as if you were going to start selling hats on eBay, it would be buying from Whatnot shows. One,
Yes.
you can hand pick exactly what you want. You don't have to buy a lot or lots of hats on eBay or anywhere else and get stuck with a bunch of other junk. You can just cherry pick exactly the things you want from Whatnot, and you can flip them that way.
There's so many hat shows too.
Yeah,
Just so many hat shows, and there's so many people doing exactly what you're saying.
yeah.
Yep.
And I don't go in. I don't really do it now because I just don't really have the time to sit. That is the limiting factor. Is, I mean, you're gonna have to give up some time, or if you have a job that will allow you to watch Whatnot. But I mean, you're going to spend hours trying to get to all the items that you want. But Whatnot
It's literally
really
just
is,
like being out, boots on the ground. You know what I mean? Like you'll spend the same amount of hours, but at least with Whatnot, you can be more concentrated. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can be more concentrated, and you got to think about, although you're gonna pay some fees and some shipping, so your cost of goods, even if the hat is only a couple bucks, your cost of goods is going to be a little bit higher. But you got to think you're not putting wear and tear on your vehicle, gas money, things of that nature. So, and especially times where you just can't, you got obligations or, you can't actually get out. Like Whatnot's a great way to source. And I've said this before, even going in if you're a hat person, this is true for any category under the sun. If you're a glassware, a video game, whatever, if you go into those storage unit and estate sale shows where they're just unboxing and you just sit there and to be honest, you can just kind of have it in the background if the volume's on, because the people are in there talking to you, or they're talking, so they'll pop open a box or whatever and they'll be like, oh, this is, and you might just hear hat or whatever it is that you're looking for. and then you can just kind of turn around and kind of go back to it or whatever.
I popped
But
into
those are the
this-
best deals.
I popped into one of those shows that you're talking about one time, and literally the guy had like a few hats, and they were golf related hats. And so, I pulled a mic. I'm like, hey, what other golf stuff you got?
Yeah.
He says, oh, well, I'm glad you asked. And I'm like one of 4 people in this show.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes and he pulls out all these clubs. He's like, I'll sell them to your 5-piece. I said, wrap them up. I'll take them.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I'm not talking old, 1970s junk. This was good stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like 5 a piece for those. You got a
Yeah.
deal.
To be honest, like and like this might not be the most popular like thing to say or whatever, but and it might be a little bit annoying, but to be honest, if you just rapid fired, if you went to the estate sale category or the storage unit category and you just literally went top to bottom and jumped in every show and typed in,
You'll find
hey,
something.
good morning or whatever, do you have this thing that I'm looking for? Whatever it is.
Raider
And
script.
And if you just did that top to bottom, pretty good chances that you're gonna run into at least the category that you want and be able to pick through, virtually pick through some of these people's stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'll do that. I mean, I'm not annoying about it. I always try to say good morning and stuff like that. I'm not just like, you got Pokemon cards, and then leave. But like that's it's really cool when that happens during a stream. I might have missed where Deb wrote that. Hey, Steven, did we lose the chat on the right hand side?
I just forgot
Or-
to turn it on.
Oh, okay.
It's on now. Chat away. Jeff did ask any other hats besides sports I should look out for. I have a bunch of hats in the bolos at the end. I will definitely get to some more to be on the lookout for, because I sold some really good ones, and we'll definitely talk more about what's selling well. Did y'all want to get to the eBay updates? Because
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Wait.
but are you
Go ahead.
guys done with your portion of the season change? Because I know we all live in different dynamics.
Yeah. I guess I didn't really talk that much about it. I don't do an awful lot, to be totally honest with you, of
Well, I don't think your seasons really change.
yeah, and I list all the same stuff that I do and so on and so forth. The only thing that I have done kind of towards the middle to the part of the year that we're at now is in a lot of these whatnot shows, I'll put in some jackets or crew necks that are, kind of like things that I don't really mind go for a couple bucks. And then like I have saved up quite a few of I got a couple Carhartts and good NASCAR jackets and good sports puffers and stuff like that would still do okay on whatnot, but I sold a Carhartt on there, probably when it started to get warm, whatever month that is, and for everybody else. And I think it was maybe $30. And I was like, I'm not sure that I didn't sell a Carhartt all last year for less than $50. I don't think. So after that one, I was okay. I was like, that's no problem. So I was like, the rest of the bigger heavy jackets that I know do well on there, I have put aside. And so, maybe November or something like that, I'll have a good show.
So you're
where
going in
this-
your mind, you're going deeper into that calendar. And just so everybody knows why I'm asking this is because I live in the mid-Atlantic on the East Coast in Maryland, and obviously hathouse lives in Oklahoma.
Are you sure he doesn't
But
live in Nebraska?
Mike lives Nebraska. Mike lives down in Jacksonville, Florida. So we all live in a very different climate. And so the seasons would be.
Does
really
it get
different
freezing
for us.
cold in your town in Oklahoma?
yeah, we'll get snow in December and January.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
What in
Yeah,
the world, dude? That's
Yeah,
what I
you gotta-
said. Hey, I told the boys, for everybody in the chat and everybody listening, I told the boys, I said, listen, When it comes rolling around, dude, it's freezing freaking balls wherever you're at. You guys always have a place here in Florida. If you want to source for a weekend, if you guys want to go to the flea for the weekend, and it's nice and warm, you might have to throw on a little long sleeve or something. Like, we still get down. And that's the greatest thing, is that there's so many places in the country that don't have yard sales and flea markets in the wintertime. And ours is,
Never
if anything, it
stop.
might slow down in the summer because it rains a lot here and it's like, just dumb hot. So,
Boiling hot.
yeah, it is ridiculous.
He's on a heater.
Yeah. So what's up with these updates?
Update time. Well, I didn't get to play the music last week.
Oh, let's do it.
We have update sounds.
We have
Oh
update.
yeah, y'all are gonna have to rank this these updates.
Okay, Raiders, it's everybody's favorite time. It's time to play Rank It.
Okay, I gotta get to the right folder. Here we go.
All right, we're ranking folders.
Here's the updates that eBay did in August. So they went through and gave number 1 is terrible. I'm already ranking it. So they gave, have you noticed on eBay you now have like this automated AI response
Yes.
to messages that you send back, and it has not gotten anything correct right the first time at all. I have not used it once. So that was the first update, optimizing or having the AI. The next one was seller protections. This one really is more about kind of new sellers. They're going to kind of give you a better chance to get your money back faster, because what they were doing is they were putting holds on people's accounts until things were delivered. After things were delivered, and if you listen to us much, I complained about it probably 10 episodes ago when I was doing I started in a different store, and how long it took to get your money back. But now they've kind of lowered the threshold on high risk, what they're calling high risk stores, and they're kind of releasing the funds faster as soon as things are delivered. Now, here's where it all gets interesting. These are the two most interesting updates. First is rewarding great service. They're adding automated feedback. You'll see it today. It started today. I got like 30 extra positive feedbacks now, because if the item is sent and delivered and there's no problem and the buyer doesn't say anything that something went wrong, then they're automatically giving you a positive feedback. So that is the plus.
Stole that from Macari.
Yeah. But the negative is they're changing the feedback rules. Like here on the bottom, they're changing when you used to, if you sold an item and the buyer left you a negative feedback but ended up returning that item and you got it back and you gave them their money back, then it would automatically take that negative feedback off and kind of basically say there was no transaction. So apparently there's some global rules that they're trying to keep up with, and they're not doing that anymore. So you're going to notice
leaving it up.
Yeah, they're leaving up more negative feedback. You'll have to get a little bit more used to negative feedback. There's not going to be as many instances that they're going to be able to take it down. So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to offset this a little bit. They're trying to give you more positive feedback for completing the transaction, which should, if you are a decent seller, it should completely outweigh the negative feedbacks. But the only negative is that the comments will still be there, whatever negative feedback. But your percentage, I would think, will actually go up.
It should go up.
Yeah, it should go up by quite a bit. Because only like 20 to 30% of people actually leave feedback. I think positive feedback. So I would think if it's getting closer to 100% of your transactions are leaving feedback, people are going to get people's percentages will go up, but your negatives aren't going to go away, and people will be able to see those. So
Yeah, what sucks is that I always thought it was a good rule that if somebody gets something, doesn't like it, leaves you negative, and returns it, and you give them all your money back, their negative feedback, in my opinion, shouldn't matter, because there was no harm and no foul. I always think like negative feedback, which I've never literally in my life left a negative feedback on Yelp or a bad YouTube comment or anything ever in my life. I don't even leave positive feedback, frankly. I just leave I'm just a no feedback person. And
you're at a 70%.
yeah, I mean, even if you go to a shitty restaurant, like I don't go anywhere and say that this place sucks. I mean, I might tell you guys like, hey, dude, this place sucks, but it won't be on the internet. And but yeah, because like it literally just happened to me. Like I've never had a negative feedback where somebody sent it back to me ever. I mean, I've had negative, but I've never had negative feedback where somebody also returned it until literally last week. Somebody gave me negative feedback on an item that we literally had 16 or 17 photos of. Like, I mean, it's kind of impossible to misinterpret what this thing was. And and they gave me negative feedback, and then they shipped the item back. And I'm like, okay, and I'm going to give them their money back because they didn't like it, and that's fine. But they shouldn't be able to say like all of these like super inaccurate things, on the feedback thing, and me also give them their money back. It's like, it just doesn't seem totally right. But at the end of the day, what I've realized, and I've learned this specifically from Steven, is because one of Steven's thing is everybody knows he's a great eBay seller. You don't take care of your entire family and be a shitty one. So he's like, if you get a negative, you have thousands and thousands of positives. So it's not the biggest deal in the world. So like I've learned that from him specifically, where it's like, at first when I got my first my second one, I was like, dude, this is going to be the end of the world. Like, you get a negative or whatever. And then you realize like you have literally 1,000 other people that say you're the greatest of all time. So the 3 people that say you suck don't really matter, Yeah.
Right.
So
I got one on Whatnot from the last show.
Yeah, and it is always the cheapest item. He is right. That like you never get all. I've sold items
that was
on
Mary
there for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've sold items on there for $1,000, and and hundreds of items for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Everything's fine. Like the 3 or 4 negative feedbacks I've ever gotten are on $20 items and less.
Yeah, I had this guy the other night. So the conversation started off fine. He had a earbud that was broken, or it wasn't broken. He said it just was the charge was going down too fast on it. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I might actually have another one of those. I'll be happy to send you another one, and I can put a return label in the package, and then you can just send me that one back. But his answer wasn't, okay, thanks, please do that. The answer was, well, why would you send me something if you knew that it was broken? You're wasting my time. So then that completely changes what I'm doing, right? I mean, it's not going to be, I'm not sending you anything now. You can open a return.
File for a return.
Yeah, just open the return, send it back to me, and then I'll give you your money back. I'm no longer going to bend over backwards and try and help you. I was more than happy to fix it to begin with.
I wanted to help you.
I really tried. To help you.
I was here, but you weren't there.
Yeah. So, and then of course he ended up calling eBay. eBay tells him, well, maybe you should reach back out to the customer, and he ends up apologizing to me, and I end up saying, sure, I'll refund you as soon as I get it back. So that's where we're at, waiting to get it back. We'll see.
Yeah.
And
my wife had an interesting one with Herbert Kari. She popped off a Gucci purse. And like Mike, she's taken 20 photos of this not perfect purse and put them all up there. And sure as shit, the lady complained, wanted to return it. Took pictures, the same pictures my wife took, same angles and positions, while it was sitting in her car with her shit in it.
Yeah.
And said, "This is what's wrong with this purse." So she said, No, hold up. Makari, check this out. Look at the pictures I posted. Look at the one she's complaining about. Tell me what we're going to do. And they said, you know what? We're going to cancel that. And she ended up, release the money. You keep that purse. That's on you.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Who was that? Beecham.
Beecham. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been getting a lot of false returns, and I don't know if I said this a couple weeks or 2 weeks ago, but I randomly got like multiple payment disputes, where they call their bank or whatever and they say they didn't, make this payment or whatever. And that's never happened to me.
I got one. It was for a lot of hats, the payment dispute, most of the time eBay takes care of it.
They did.
You don't have to do anything. This one they didn't, because they put item not as described when they did their payment dispute. So eBay sends me an email 4 months ago that says, "Hey, you need to respond to this case." When 99% of the other ones, you don't have to respond to. You don't have to do anything. But then they send this email that I have to respond to this one. But of course, I get 1,000 emails every single day from eBay, whether it's an offer. I didn't see it. It doesn't come up in the red area like things you have to take care of either. And so I lose the dispute, $50. And then eBay tacks on a $20 service charge because I lost the dispute, and charges me $20 on top of the $50 for the lot of hats. So I call eBay. They gave me my $20, but my whole thing is I would have done something if I would have known. There's no reason to bury a $50 or $100, or people might have thousands of dollars tied up in these types of things. And why would you bury it in an email that is on top of the 100 offers or
you can just send a push notification right to your phone, or you know what I mean, like something that's more reliable that somebody's going to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At least
I was
flag
pretty
it, man.
angry.
High importance or something.
Yeah.
I was hot that day.
Yeah, that's insane.
The other thing I wanted to bring up that I thought about while we were doing this is the craziness between categories on the amount of item not described that you get. So in the earbud cell phone category on eBay, I am right at 0.5% right now on item not as described returns. And you know how if you go above the average, then you can get penalized. You know what the average is? It's 2.5%.
Oh, really?
So I'm pretty stoked about my return average, but I was really surprised at how high it is for a different category like electronics. The amount of item not as described that people are getting back. I thought 2.5 was really, really high.
I wonder if it's because those codes in there are, you can have like a certain gen, say earbud, and you can have everything right about it, but the like the region code or something like that will be different, and optically or how it works or anything like that doesn't seem to be any different from one that might have a different like UPC or whatever it is, and people will be like, oh well, this isn't the one that I ordered. I know that happens a lot in the video games.
I think that item not described is a catch-all for some people, because I got hit with an item not described on Whatnot, and it's literally because you got this. Okay, so this guy got this pair of shorts. They're his size, but the brand didn't fit right. And it's not like you could try it on in the store and say, "Oh, that's too tight. I don't like that." So it didn't fit but the only choice that made sense in the list of choices was item not described, because none of the others are, they're more obstructive or more destructive to choose. But item not described was as close as he could get. So I got dinged for that because I sold something that wasn't as described and that ended up being a return.
Yeah,
I've never gotten a return on Whatnot.
Because you don't get them. They go to Whatnot.
Oh, okay.
And quite honestly, most of the time, Whatnot just tells you to keep the shit.
Oh, okay.
It all depends on if they feel like they can resell it.
Yeah. I did
Pro
get my
tip,
first.
Whatnot does have sales channels, and they do sell the returns.
I did get my first, like, I've gotten 2, but like not 5-star ratings on Whatnot.
I got one today. Tell me
Yeah.
how this works out. So you get what? Overall? No. What are the categories you could choose from?
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them in there.
Yeah, so it's all right. So accuracy, I got a 5. Packaging, a 5. Shipping was a 5. Now overall is those 3 combined.
Yeah.
That's a 4.
Wait, what?
What? Where was
What
the
in the
failure?
world?
I don't understand. Where did I fail that?
their finger
that
slipped.
That came out to
Yeah.
4.8.
Yeah, no, I got like way worse ones. It was like, and like it was something that like was completely not my fault. It was like the shirt is tagged a 3XL, which is exactly what I said it was.
Yeah.
But fits like a 5XL. I'm like, what? Like,
What? I've had one of those early on where I got like a 1. And
yeah, I was like, okay.
I challenged it and because it was early in my selling on Whatnot,
Yeah.
so it mattered. I wasn't over 1,000 reviews at that point.
Yeah.
And Whatnot
Yeah.
took it off. They
Yeah,
went back
and
and
Whatnot-
reviewed the video and took it off.
It's kind of one of those things, like if you're not going to have measurements or do measurements or in your Whatnot show, I mean, you're going to have to probably just take a couple of dings here and there on that type of thing and just kind of chalk that up to the way that it is. Because, I mean, you kind of got to balance it. I mean, nobody wants to sit there and watch you measure every piece of clothing.
Exactly.
For pit-to-pit measurement. And if people want that type of show, and there are shows like that are more curated to do personal shopping for you, I mean, just kind of what kind of show that you want to run.
Yeah, I always just do like, listen, if you ask me for a measurement, I'll give it to you. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not going to measure every piece. Like, if this piece has
got a tag
a
on it,
pre-bid,
this is what it says.
pre-bid of $1, like, honestly, I'm probably not going to measure it. Like, but like, if it's a more high-end piece or whatever, then like, yeah, I don't mind doing that at all.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I did actually feel bad because I don't remember the guy's name, but I did get one bad one on Whatnot as well. And he said that the bill was broken on a hat. And I was like, I've never sold a hat with the bill broken. You know what I mean? At
Right.
least like, obviously
Right
not
away.
to my knowledge. I mean, I've sold a shit ton of hats, like thousands of hats. And I'm like,
Right away, you jam them in those boxes.
yeah, you're bullshitting. And and yeah, and I was just like, dang, dude. I was like, and everybody on there should know me by now, dude. Like, listen, you just freaking hit me up and just say, dude, the bill was broken. I'll be like, dude, shit, I don't know how in the world I missed that, but like, my bad, I got you. You know,
Told you stop putting them in poly bags.
dude, I've never shipped a hat in a poly bag.
Ask Donnie about hats in poly bags.
Yeah, dude. Hey, Donnie, this guy's trying to be disrespectful, dude. This guy, unbelievable. I'm gonna ship yours in a Keurig K-cup box next time, like I got mine, with freaking holes all in it.
So
Make sure the K-cups are in there, though.
the moral to this story is, I mean, if you get 1 or 2, it's not a huge deal. And talking eBay, it looks like the percentages are really going to skew back towards the seller being okay on this. And
Yeah,
I block pretty liberally too. So
dude,
It's a
I
true
want to show
story,
them that
'cause
text that you sent us. That's so funny.
I got blocked from hathouse 79. Pretty sure my name was on that list.
there
Yeah.
there are literally a billion fish in the sea, and the guy that gave me a hard time about the Carhartt hat, I blocked him, and so I couldn't even message him back to show him how much it sold
Yeah,
for.
I got blocked too, dude. And Hathouse has on all of his listings or best offer. And so I sent him my best offer. And freaking I get blocked, dude. Like, bro, it's my best offer, not your best offer. Like, damn.
Turn on
If
a
I-
minimum.
Yeah.
If I've ever blocked you guys out there, let me know. I apologize in advance for my liberal blocking.
Oh, that's really so funny. He's just
Uh,
dishing them out.
Yeah, just send me a message. I'll unblock you. You can buy something now. So,
Oh, that's so good. That's really so
Flying
good,
out
dude.
left and right, blocks.
but
Yeah.
that's the thing about eBay. I mean, they allow you to block up to 5,000 people, and there are literally a billion people out there. It just I wouldn't waste my time with people that
Yeah.
are wasting yours.
You're almost
And
like
I would say this too for people that are new to eBay, or maybe don't have a lot of solds and a lot of feedbacks. Like us three, we're here talking shit about the negatives or whatever. Dude, who cares? You're gonna get some like that. Like I get them now, and I'm just like, this person is just completely lost. And
Yeah.
that's all you can say about it. Like I don't even respond to them. There's you can respond and write
I
in
need
there
to
or
respond.
whatever. I don't even respond.
it-
I'm just like, dude,
Yeah, let
it
it
is what
let
it
it
is.
torque you for the moment and then move on.
Yeah. I'm like, I've never bought or not bought anything on eBay because somebody has a 99 instead of a 100. Like, even the greatest restaurants in the world, there's stuff people don't like about them. So
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
The return policy is so good on eBay. I mean, just return the item. If it's really that bad, I don't understand why people don't just return it. But
Yeah. How have not like specifics, but have well, I guess really more Steven, have your sales been freaking really good lately?
mine have been awesome. I'm up 25%.
Yeah.
A big part of it is adding the earbuds, but they've been pretty good this past month. A lot better August than I usually have. So I'm not disappointed at all. I think I showed you guys too. Whatnot reached out to me today and wanted me to do more Whatnot shows too. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with that.
You should
Hey,
tell them, you should write them
you're
back,
gonna
and
be
this is what you should say.
special.
Okay. You should say that I will agree to do more Whatnot shows as long as you guys cover what I don't get from these shitty bids. Dude, you say if a hat doesn't sell for X number of dollars, y'all gotta cover the difference.
Tell them you want a month of free commission to try it back out.
Was that the guy, Steven, that reached out to you? That was the guy initially when you had to go through the little seller training thing or whatever?
No, I've never talked to this guy before. Don't know. Yeah, I would think you would get
Charlie,
a break on some commission, but I don't.
you can talk to them about it. They have that leeway.
Yeah, I don't know if a % or 2 is going to be worth it. I mean, what is the % on $1,000?
No,
One,
it's
10,
it's 8%.
100.
Well, right, your savings.
Would
On-
be 8%.
Right, but you're currently paying 10, right?
You're currently paying 13. But
There you
it's
go.
everyone else. You're currently around 13.5.
Right, but
it's all
that's
said and
including the
The commission,
payment
the
processing
commission,
fee. Yeah.
right? The commission is 8%. Then there's a 2.5% commission with the payment processing fee. There's two separate ones. The one they would wipe out would be that 8%. So if you could get them to do commission free for you for a month, you'd drop that 8% just to do 2.5% in the processing fee.
That's a pretty good deal. You can't complain about that.
Well, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, but then what happens in a month when it comes back, and then Steven's just like, "Yeah, I'm done. I ain't doing it."
He
They're
tried
trying-
it. Hey, he kept his end up and he tried it.
Yeah.
So they're really just trying to get. They want you to get your feet wet and get kind of a more of a clientele established, and so you'll have better shows. I assume.
Yes.
I just don't know the hats. There's, unless you're doing volume, like everybody knows who Brant is, which is an awesome hat show, and he gets pretty close to eBay prices a lot of times. But I mean, he's in it for 5 hours almost on every Monday or Tuesday, whatever he's going live now. But
Yeah.
he's in it
Tuesday.
for 5 hours. He's running hats the entire time. I don't know that I want to do that, but
Remember, his are all Ben's hats too, so they're all
he's getting
less
them for
than
a dime.
$1.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the flip side of that. Flippy McFlipperson. I don't know if you've ever caught one of his shows.
Great.
He does do YouTube as well, though. But so he will pop on. This was what I was telling you guys. I wanted to structure some pop-up shows during the week. Like, he'll pop on, he'll have a show during the week. It'll be like 30 hats listed, all pictured, all priced however he wants to price them. Usually they're $5. The better ones might be $8 or $10. He'll literally just go right down the list. When he finishes at 30, he runs some kind of a buyer's giveaway. Nothing exotic or anything. Sometimes it's a couple sleeves of balls. Sometimes it's something else he has laying around. One time he ran a couple things that were Masters related, but they weren't really big ticket items. He's on and out in 40 minutes. The longest show I've ever seen him do was like an hour, and I think he had like 48 hats listed.
That's still only. I'm just going to say only here, but it's only like $400 or $500
For an hour.
Yeah, but it's to prep them, and I mean those 40 to 50 hats on eBay is 50 hats at $20 is $1,000.
Mhm.
And I guess that's where it's just kind of hard for me to justify to let some $20 to $30 hats go for 10, which they would need to go for 10 on
Well, I
whatnot.
didn't say you had to do the $20 to $30 hats. Do the $10 hats.
$10 hats or $3 hats.
Yeah, it may be
Yeah.
like a $10 hat is like a Nike running hat or something like that.
Right.
And that's like-
and you
and
might
that's
sit
like,
there all day holding it up.
Yeah, just keep hitting the button. Run, run. Dude, that Texas, what is it called? Texas Vintage Warehouse or something like that. They're hilarious. Dude, I've been in a show. They run great shows, by the way, but they do a bunch of different style, but they were doing a Ralph Lauren one. And it was like one of just like a plain shirt or whatever, Ralph Lauren shirt. And I think they do everything at $5, I'm pretty sure. And dude, this was not selling. You know what I mean? And they're just like, listen, we're not going to the next item until this thing sells. And I'm not lying. I think he probably ran that thing 7, 8, 9 times, dude. It was
That's
insane, dude.
Yeah. That's how I am.
Hey,
Usually
and
when
the
you're running
chat-
$3 hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chat was like, all right, boys, listen, somebody needs to take one for the team here, dude. Like, freaking, we gotta get to the good stuff. It was so funny, dude.
Yeah.
I was dying.
That's the thing. You got to have the good stuff to back that up.
Yeah,
You got to have the good stuff down the road to back that up. I've
Yeah.
seen that
Or
done.
everybody
1,000
will
times.
just swipe away.
Yeah.
Just
And they
gone.
also, mind you, they also have like, I mean, I think they've sold literally 100,000 items on whatnot. So it's not like, it's not like their fourth show where they're just like, listen, dude, you're gonna buy this, I swear. No, they
You
have,
ever,
like,
you
a
ever
pretty
get to
big
those shows
following.
like you're talking about where you look at them and go, huh, okay, I see what we're averaging here for this show. And I see that you've sold 20,000 items.
yeah.
And do the math.
Oh yeah, dude.
You're like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it forever. Like the biggest issue that I have is the inventory issue. Like It's never a selling issue. I would, yeah, Colton, dude, he's so funny, dude, and he does it. And like anytime anything doesn't sell, he's like, "All right, chat, we're running it back. All right, chat, we're running it back." And the funny part about it is, he don't even drop the price. It's $5. Like it don't matter how many times he needs to run that shirt or whatever it is. He's gonna sell that shirt, and somebody's just gonna bite the bullet so they can move on. It's like, but it's a fun game. Like I think it's hilarious. He does a good job for sure.
All right, I think we've made it.
Dun, dun, dun. This might be an extra long segment, dude. Yeah.
Plus, I promised.
Did you get
to drop
mine?
Some. Yeah, I got yours too.
All right.
I got to drop some hat knowledge too. I promise to do that. All right, how am I doing on my fade? Oh yeah,
There's-
faded right
can't
out.
I can't
You
hear anything.
I know you can't hear. Who's going first?
Steven
I'll go
or
first.
Rob can go.
I'll go first. Go
All
ahead.
right.
Lock me up. I don't care what you put up there.
All right, here we go, Rob. Wrong
That's
one.
not it. That's not it.
This one is.
Oh, the kickware. All right. I don't remember. Okay. I apologize in advance to anybody that I have forgotten where I got this information from. But if you check this brand out, Michael, this is something you'll be interested in. Kickware, jeans,
Oh yeah, like
and
Jacob
you can
style.
see the ridiculous sell. These are solds, by the way. It's just a great, insane amount of sale there.
Some skater jeans.
Yep, vintage.
Wow.
She was a skater girl.
$200.
Yeah, between 160 and $2. Now the old Sony Trinitrons. Look at these monsters. 13-inch things.
I had the Wega.
Look at what they're selling for. Look at what they're selling for. In the lifetime that we have going on right now, with all these flat screens and all this crap we can carry around, spin a 65-inch on your finger, the Trinitron is making a comeback.
Yeah,
Which one
people
did
need
you
them for those old school video games.
Which one did you say you sold, Mike? Last week.
I
last
haven't-
time we talked.
I haven't sold it yet, but
Oh.
it is. I'll look it up because I have it listed.
I didn't know that. I had this Sony Wega when it was cool to have it back in the day. What is
It's not
that?
cool anymore. Apparently it is $299 right there.
Wow, I think that's what
For
it
a
sold for
24-inch.
originally. That's amazing.
Last but not least, should be one more.
Yep.
Breezy Golf. Now, you see that they range from about $60 to $70 to $90, depending on what you're grabbing. The Loudmouth collab there isn't as great, but it's a polo. But I'm showing you the long sleeve ones that we're coming into the season for are selling for big ticketed items. You do have a couple new with tags as well.
I did not know that brand.
That is
Breezy is the brand.
Breezy is the brand for Have a Day Golf.
Oh, okay.
That's Bob Does Sports.
Yeah, the guy that's like, yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely insane. If you haven't watched his videos on YouTube, go watch them.
They're so
they're
funny,
insane. Yeah. And his clips, Mike, when he's talking about the deli, oh my God. On his Instagram, you got to check out his Instagram.
Yeah, like when he's staying at the hotels or whatever, and he'll do like a little food review. He's like, it's a bad
Well, even the
thing.
ones when he first moved to Florida, when he was doing the delis around there, he was coming back like, now this, oh my God. You just got to watch him. He's hilarious.
Hilarious. All right, are you ready for me, Steve? Or are those the ones that Rob has?
Yep.
Dunskies.
All right. You guys are gonna have to bear with me because I got a couple. We had a pretty good 2 weeks, and there's a bunch of shit in here that I didn't know. So, here's the first one. We're gonna go with vintage perfume.
The opium.
Yes. So this is a
YSL.
it's
He's
a
staying
body
alone.
it's a body powder. This was sealed, brand new. I got it at the flea market for.
Does it have the puffy?
Yeah. It has like it's everything. Everything's in it, completely unused. It is. It's
Old
called the
ladies love that
Opium
stuff.
YSL Yves Saint Laurent or whatever.
Do you see that wrong?
It's from the 90s. I
Yves
don't
Saint
remember what I
Laurent.
paid for it, but I bought a ton of stuff for $100, and like I mean, it came with all that St. John's Bay or all that St. John stuff, so that was a super good sale, and it sold like pretty quick, like maybe within a month. Here's a big one. Like these next two are probably the biggest bolos as far as like sell-throughs and stuff like that I have. This brand right here is called Mackenzie Childs, and it's a maker of. They make teapots. They make soap dispensers, all kinds of things. Her most famous is called, I think it's called the Courtney Check, and it's literally a checkerboard pattern. And when you flip it upside down, it'll say either Victoria and Richard. If it says Victoria and Richard, it's the older stuff, which is the more valuable stuff. If it says Mackenzie Child, I think it's some of the newer stuff. Still very valuable and super collectible. Just the older stuff is really good. This one sold for $154. Anybody that's not watching, it's a teapot. It's like striped, really beautiful colors. It would have sold for way more, but the spout or whatever was chipped at the end. So for being a damaged piece for $154, wild, right? When I told you guys, here, I'll do this next one. I got this from an estate. I think it's just awesome, dude. It's the Pugs Playing Poker. I believe it's by the Danbury Mint.
Danbury Mint.
Yeah,
Awesome.
It sold for $150. This is the 2006, the Pugs Playing Poker Danbury Mint, like little figure thing for anybody that's not watching. These sell all day for like $250. But this one of the staves or like canes for the pug was broken, and I still had it. It just wasn't attached to the statue. And so I think I listed mine for like $175 and I took $150 for it. It's literally a legit piece though. It's actually awesome. I wish I would have kept it. This next one is the craziest sale that I've had in a while. I told you guys earlier that we listed this item and then we delisted it and we ran it on bid. So we listed it for $300 originally, right? And then we got a whole bunch of $250 offers. That's when we delisted it, started it on auction out for 7 days for $250. We got so many messages when we delisted this item that were like begging us to please list it again so they could buy it. And they were like, we'll buy it at full price. And we're like, no, something's off here. And it's the Mackenzie Childs is again, and it's also the Victoria and Richard, and it's this big ass fruit bowl, and it sold for $456 on the dot on the 7-day auction. So sold for $156 more than what our initial asking price was, and over $200 more than all of the offers that we got on it. The Mackenzie Child stuff, if you just look it up, just as the brand in general, not for bowls or teapots or anything too specific, the sell-through is over 100%. So I guess technically not if you want to go by what that one guy said, but
No, we're not
just for easy math, we do sell-through rate, listed, and sold. You can get into the weeds on it, but that's easy. Here's a couple more that are just totally outside of all of that stuff. Really good golf or a really good baseball glove. The Rawlings, what is it? The SCM
Catcher's mitt.
33S, I believe. This one has over 100% sell-through rate again. It sells for like $40 to $50, just depending. This is a really good one because everybody talks about vintage Hot Wheels and Redline Hot Wheels, but nobody ever really tells you like which ones. You know what I mean? Because it's like talking about Redline Hot Wheels is just like talking about vintage T-shirts or hats. They're valuable, but you can pick up 100 of them and then be worth $5, and then you can pick up one that's worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars, right? So this one specifically, I'll show you, is not. Mine was not worth that much. But here's a Redline Hot Wheel. It's from 1968, and it's the model
68.
underneath it. The model underneath it will be called Custom Dodge Charger. And this is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to go onto eBay yourselves and just look up 1968 Hot Wheel Redline Custom Dodge Chargers. Look at the sell-through rates of them.
It's the
And
year of the coach.
yeah, exactly. Look at the sell-through rates of them, but look at what they sell for. And I want to show you this because mine sold for $57.50. It sold in one day, and this is what it looked like.
No way.
I'm dead serious.
It's missing a wheel.
Now, it's missing
all
a
tore up.
One of
wheel.
my
Yeah,
cars.
it's missing a wheel. It's missing the hood. It's completely destroyed. When you go on there and look at what these sell for in good shape, there are $300 to like $600, and the sell-through on them is insane. So when people say look for the red lines, you never know which one, and I'm sure there's multiple out there that are worth a lot of money, but the one that I ran across was the Custom Dodge Charger 1968 red line. And even if you find it destroyed, it's like a $50 bill. And the very last one I thought was cool. I got these Tecovas ostrich leather boots.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody doesn't know what ostrich leather looks like, pretty tall tale sign is like it has all these dots or all these, not dots. I don't really know what to call them, but
feather points.
yeah. So all the little feather points on them, they sold for $200, and those also have over 100% sell through on eBay. So they sold like super fast. I think I paid $40 for those ones. They were priced up a little bit, but with that, with that price point, it's
Did you
no
find
problem.
many alligator boots down there in Florida?
Yeah, for sure. I have. I didn't put them on. I didn't put them on the bolos, but here I'll show you. We got these wildebeests. These wildebeests sold for $190, and then these ones literally just sold like yesterday morning, I think. The old freaking python,
Laredo?
the old freaking python skin, dude. So we
Do you-
find alligator skin for sure, but
Do you wear boots?
no, but I listen, I'm telling you right now, boys, I am balls deep in some freaking boots right now, dude. Because I'm like, dude, we just knocked off like freaking $450 in boots in like a couple days. So I'm like, listen, I'm looking at every pair of boots now, dude, because I'm like, buddy, there's like walking $100 bills, dude. So yeah, I don't personally wear boots. I'm not too broke back mountain with it, but teach their own. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, because there was some stuff in there that I was blown away by. The Mackenzie Childs is like insane to me, and yeah,
Definitely
Absolutely.
learned that. That
yeah.
looked like
well, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I wanted, because I don't want to forget this, because I was talking to Brandon Little, who's in the chat right here. Him and I work together, and he picked up a whole bunch of VHS, and VHS is another one that a lot of people, it's just like anything else where most of it's just not worth anything, and all that money, and it still looks like you chewed on your phone. I don't chew on it. I beat him over the head with it. And so it's another one where, most of them are not worth anything. So Brandon pulled up yesterday. It was a sealed ET VHS, right? And they were the exact same thing. And one was like $15, and one was like $70 or $80, and they were the exact same sealed VHS. The only difference was the $70 one. I believe it was $70. It had a watermark on the packaging. And so I know it sounds dumb, and this one had a watermark on the packaging. So we actually went onto eBay and looked up VHSs without and with the watermark. And no lie, you get almost 5 to 10x the price of a sealed VHS that has the watermark that doesn't. So
I'm
that's
convinced,
it's an easy one to look for.
I'm convinced the VHS game is the same as the Beanie Baby game, and it is money laundering. Nobody wants the damn ET
Yeah, dude.
seal.
Yeah,
Nobody
they
wants
do,
that.
dude.
But
That's that nostalgia, dude.
right. More power to you if you got $70 for a VHS. And the people are out there grading VHS now too,
Yeah,
right?
they are. They're
Yeah.
grading them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Coming in
totally
nice
made up.
sealed thing and everything.
Yeah.
That's a made
I
up
just-
market.
I like those ones though, because everybody always says, "Oh, dude, these VHS sell," but it's like, or the red line sell, but it's like you never know which, like, unless you're gonna sit there and look up all of them, you don't know which ones really do sell. So those are just like cool little like the watermark is like, I'm gonna go through and look at some freaking VHS, and even if and if it has a watermark, I'm probably just gonna pick it up. You know what I mean? So
Awesome. Those are some good
Good
ones.
deal.
yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about some hats. I definitely got some hats. First one is going to be the one I picked up on Whatnot from somebody, and it wasn't in that great of shape.
Oh.
Of course, I put up the wrong one. I
That's a
promise
good
I
one.
I clicked the right one. There
Oh,
we go.
There it is.
Damn it, dude! This guy. Hey, Rob, why is this guy cooking me like this, dude?
So I picked this up at Fired Up Show, and you're gonna
For like-
see probably.
For like $8, right?
I think it was 10. Yeah, somewhere right around there.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that was like 2 weeks ago too, which is really hurting.
Yes. So
Ouch.
a couple of things on golf hats. If you're new to hats and golf hats, Texace is where it's at. Texace typically, and you get a Texace and you get a decent course, you're $50 plus. The Ocean course here is just one of those that's even better. Rob knows more about the courses than I do. I just know that this one sells.
The
This-
Ocean course, Keogh Island, is a major course, and it's hosted Ryder Cups before and other major tournaments.
Yeah,
It's
if
in
this
South
one-
Carolina.
Yeah, I always thought it was in Hawaii by the name, but
Yeah.
I finally looked it up and figured it was South Carolina. But
Yeah, it's-
I thought it was
Uh,
Japan, so
no, it's actually one of my favorite course logos. I love Keogh Island.
yeah, it's a good one. This one might have actually went for more. It had some yellowing on it. Definitely took pictures and put it in the description that it had yellowing around the bill, and still 75 in about 48 hours.
No, I
on
mean,
this
let's call it like it is. You can't get Texas anymore.
Yeah, you can't get. It's hard to get the style too. The style is awesome
Yeah.
right now. Definitely a good one there. And then here is the. I'll show you the Carhartt. Talk a little bit more about the Carhartt. So this is the Carhartt. It looks just like a plain. Why won't it pop up?
I don't know. Maybe because you have this thing here saying you got to ship that hat by today.
Yeah, I shipped it. I took this a screenshot earlier.
Oh, okay. Phew.
Let me get off here.
yeah. Hey, post office is closed, dude. Hey,
Keep
Yeah.
showing
Yeah,
the
you
same one.
you gotta go scan that thing, put it back in your car.
Don't give away our secrets.
Oh.
I don't know why I won't do it.
Well,
Let me delete this one. I promise this is worth the wait.
Hey, listen, if I have to look at this sale any longer, I'm gonna get sick, dude.
There we go.
All right.
Here's
oh, ship now.
ship it now.
Damn.
Vintage Carhartt trucker. Now, what you were looking for on this hat is to know that it is vintage. When you look at the tag on the inside, I should have brought a picture of it. You'll have the little American flag and it'll say "Made in USA," and this style they don't really make right now. I mean, the only trucker hats that you can get in Carhartts are kind of the low profile truckers, and
The curved bill ones.
yeah, and the unstructured ones. So the style is really hot, and the Carhartt is still going strong. I would have thought that Carhartt would started to die down by now because we're going on like what year 2 or 3 on Carhartt.
They just had a
So-
record-breaking sale of like $2,700 for a red Detroit that sold.
Wow,
Yeah,
it's amazing.
it
So
was like the highest one ever.
So I got a lot of, I listed it for $30, a lot of low ball offers, and then just came back and there was a lot of them sold between 50 and 70. And I did my typical, if I'm not exactly sure, I put $100 on it, and then somebody offered me 70 and I took it.
Beautiful.
And another one. Hat heavy today. Check this
Boom.
one out.
Dude, that thing is so gas.
This was amazing. This is a Nike hat. I started doing this on some of my listings, Google and eBay, and even where I listed them on Etsy. They will say, do not do this, but I say, do it. I put a collage of pictures because I wanted people to know by the very front picture that this had the cool snaps on it, and it had the swoosh snaps. It took me like 3 seconds to go to Canva and to put a picture on top of the picture and then save it and then upload it. So it really wasn't that big of a deal. But I really do think that it helped me get full price on this because they knew right off the bat, hey, this is an awesome gold swoosh hat, and it has
that.
Yeah, and it has the swoosh snaps. And I'd never seen this one before. So some vintage rare Nike hats can sell between $100 to $200. I went with the $100 variety on this one, and it sold pretty darn quick too. Talking about like 48 hours. So if you're keeping track out there, vintage Nike, a lot of them are $20 to $30. Vintage golf is really good, and then I will show you. Oh, I got another.
Keeping track. He's got to ship these 3 hats by tonight.
Yeah.
I've already shipped them. I took these pictures earlier.
The
Here's
shit police is so funny.
Here's the that vintage Ryder Cup too. It was even fitted, and usually I will tell you that fitted hats won't bring that much, but if you're new to hats, 7.5 is like one of the most popular sizes out there. If you have 7.5, 7 5/8, 7 3/8, then you can price your stuff up a little bit and wait a little bit longer for a better sales price on the good sizes. If you have size 7, if you have size 6 and 7/8, then it's probably going to take forever, and you're going to be lucky to get $20 to $30 maybe for that. But
is that the one?
There you go.
Club? Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe.
Wait, so have you sold any other hats that you bought in my show, or?
This one wasn't from your show, was it?
No.
No, I didn't. Not yet. That's the only one.
Well, that's a pro tip. If Hathouse is bidding on a hat in a show, it's probably because it's very valuable, and you should also bid on it.
Okay, so 1999 was that Ryder Cup at the Country Club, and the USA won that one.
Awesome. I knew it was vintage just by the New Era tags in it. I don't think I even looked up when it was. That's a
good hat.
That is a good one. I got another one. This is on my secret weapon. So this is on Etsy. So selling vintage hats on Etsy. This is just an old vintage Cabela's hunting hat. And not everything has to be an awesome sports hat. And I think a lot of people that sell hats get caught up in you have to have the best sports hat to make any money on hats. I mean, you're talking $45, $50 just for an old vintage Cabela's hunting hat.
This one is for hunting wabbits.
Yeah, it looks just like Elmer Fudd. Super good one right here. I got one more. We had some pretty good hat sales, and not all
ass.
Not all of the Gorin brothers are the same. There's a lot of them out there. There's like 100 of them, of the Stallion, of some other ones, but you got to look up the specific Gorin brothers you have, and the ass was hard to find, and it's just cool. And you got to know when to price things up a little bit. This typically is a $20 to $30 hat. The Gorins are, but I waited on this one. Ass was hard to find. but you got it here. So always look
What
these
is
up.
it?
That's a great hat.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it? Amanda's yelling at you about?
Oh, that we see those like those trapper
Erotic?
hats a lot.
Oh, the trapper hats.
Yeah.
You got to pick up the vintage ones, especially Cabela. If it's like Cabela's or I don't know that I pick up like the ones that are Paramount with the P on it. I might
Yeah.
pass on those. But if it's like an actual brand of Cabela's or any old sporting goods branded, I would pick them up for. And a lot of people undersell them on eBay. And the same goes with the old fishing hats. A lot of people take $10 to $15 for.
Don't the isn't there a big Asian market for the flapper hats
For the old
and the
fishing
fishing hats with the drop down, right?
Yep, and Eddie Bauer does really
Yeah.
well. Eddie Bauer.
Deb
fishing
said
hat.
that she recently passed up on one of those Sealies. And Deb, you should have known that because that was a bolo from us like what 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah,
Maybe a month ago. That
That's
was
an
a big
easy-
one for us.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's an easy $30 right there.
Yeah, and if
Some
it
of
has
them
like
or more.
yeah, if it has like a good color or like good promos on it or whatever or races, yeah, those are some, and they sell like
Look at the
You know.
disappointment on his face.
I've even sold them on Facebook Marketplace here. Just for $35. Put up I call it seal. I don't know if it is Sealy. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, yeah, I don't know either. So
All right,
Deb, you blew it.
come on, Deb. You got it next
Yeah.
time.
yeah, Deb,
Deb,
it's all right. Hey,
Lock it
hey
in.
Deb, next time you're at the grocery store
Lock
and you
it
see
in.
somebody wearing it, just try to off the dome them.
I give you $20 for that hat.
Yeah,
Oh, make a quick tenner.
I'm saying.
Definitely a good week for hats.
Yeah.
Last couple of weeks have been really good. I got some good ones in. Thanks. And if, like Fired Up says, if you're ever in one of his shows and I'm bidding on a hat, you might bid a little bit more than I did because
What
probably
that is
worth something.
literally exactly what I said when I was running that show. I got all those Asian hats, and I was like, Steven is not a golf guy. So the only reason that Steven's buying these is because there's chunks of money that are on these things, and I was like, I cannot wait to see what some of these are selling for because I didn't even attempt to look those up beforehand, and I normally never do because you tend to care less about what it sells for when you don't even know the value of it.
Yeah.
So.
Some of them, there is no comp. And
Yeah,
and
You got to
we
make
talk,
the comp.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. Just you're gonna have to you got to think about somebody from Japan, and one of those courses is like defunct and doesn't even really exist anymore. And so, of course, I put like $150 on that hat, and we'll see. I don't know what it would sell for, and just kind of, a hat's it's a different breed. It's a lot of times you just won't get an exact comp on what you're trying to sell. You got to feel it out a little bit. I think Fired Up froze up. Either that or he's just got that dumb look on his face.
Oh shit, he did, didn't he? Mike.
Right. All right. Did you get the names? All right. It's time for the giveaway. Hopefully Mike will make it back.
Did he bail or did you knock him?
I didn't knock him.
Oh boy.
You got it this week, Rob. What is what are we giving
How
away?
about this? Is this
While
good
I
enough?
pull up this.
What do you think?
I'm not looking yet. What is it? Describe it. I'm on a different screen.
Oh, lime green with a white foam front. It says Vintage 93 trucker hat.
There we go.
No?
I still can't
No.
see it.
I got you a good one.
Here he is.
You got me?
Okay.
Here's what I got. Oh, there it is. Wait a minute. Hold on.
That is
cannot-
a badass hat. And I want to be
Okay. I want to tell you where this hat came from. I brought this all the way back from that place. And this is the Great Wave artwork. And it's completely embroidered. The amount of stitching in this thing is ridiculous. Where am I at?
Are you sure you want to give that away?
Thread
Yes.
count is up, boys.
Yes.
Is
Thread
that the
count
Great
is
Wave that
ridiculous.
like
The
like
one
a
you, the one you
tsunami?
see in all no, this is the one you see in all the artwork from the famous
Oh.
artists.
Really?
Yeah.
That's freaking legit. I like it.
Look at that. Look at that. I walked the streets of Tokyo to buy this hat.
Hey, I will say
The
of
Wano
all the
Street
giveaways, Rob does
Yes.
go physically above and beyond for his giveaways. He really gets on the planes and in the car to go and get these things.
Hey, and I'm going back October 4th, so I'll have more of these bad boys.
That's a good looking hat.
The guy never DM'd me, by the way, from 2 weeks ago or whatever.
Look at that.
Hey, if y'all win something, make sure you DM us so we can get it to you. And if you're
Yeah.
not a member and you want to get in for a cool item every week, this week is going to be an awesome Tokyo hat. Last week
It's a-
was
on an Aviator tag. Aviator. I love it.
I still haven't seen. I gave away the coolest 3D print that you could ever see in your
Strap
life.
back.
Make sure you check out that episode too. And
Brand new hat. Coming your way.
sign up to be a member. We appreciate all of our members. Check them out at the end of the show and make sure we're following everybody that's a member and connect with everybody on our social
Heck yeah.
platforms. All right, let's.
Donnie says Jen and him have the he and Jen have the drink carrier he won.
All right, yeah, the drink carrier was pretty badass.
Yeah, I think it was legit.
All right, here we go. Do y'all see it?
Oh, who's getting it? Who's getting it?
Shuffle it up.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And
Jeffrey
JB!
Bravo.
Hey, what a stud, dude.
boom.
What an
Chicken-
absolute stud.
Jeffrey,
Chicken
go on my
dinner.
Instagram right there at Coach Porch on Instagram and send me your address. And then that beauty will be in a big old box coming your way. It won't be in a poly bag, and the brim won't get broken, I promise. I don't know who would do that, but
Yeah,
won't be
yeah, it won't be a poly bag, but it'll be a freaking Walmart plastic bag. To be honest, if
Amanda loves her Bucky's mug.
the bill might not be broken, but it might smell a little bit like poop.
So you finally opened that box?
No, I don't think we've opened it. Oh, wait,
You said she loves her Bucky's cup.
oh, well, hey, there's something for me in there that I never got then. Because I didn't think we opened it. Frankly, I don't even know where it is. So
To tell you the truth, I sent her the hat. The Mama Needs a Beer hat.
oh, did you?
I told you if she won, she was getting that hat.
Well, where's my gift?
You should have opened the box.
Did I have one in there?
Several.
Oh, she stole them. It's all right.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's all right.
Steven
All right,
got
hit
his stuff.
Hit the thumbs up on this episode as well. We appreciate that. Leave us a 5-star review on the podcast on Apple. We appreciate that. And hang out till the end and connect with all of our members. And until next time, we'll talk everything from eBay to whatnot. We'll see you next week. Always on
See ya.
Wednesday, unless it's on Thursday or Friday.
Could be.